Hello, welcome to day 3. I hope you have been enjoying this little mini course that we have created for you. Day 1 was all about the dishes, day 2 is all about drying, and now we're on day 3, our final course, which is all about the details. So, detailing, getting down to the nitty gritty, and what you can use in your kitchen to make it super easy. So we're going to talk about the messiest place in our home other than our kitchen sink in the kitchen is the floors. The floors obviously get so much traction. You know, they get your food that you drop on the floor. They get everybody's walking in. They get all the pet hair, all the dirt being brought in from outside. And who knows what else. We definitely have a lot of food that lands on our floors from people throwing and spilling and missing the sink, missing the garbage, whatever. And so we're going to share with you some really cool tools that we have that make it easier to clean while knowing that everything is going to be really clean when we're talking microscopic clean, of course, because that is what Evelyn and I love to talk about. So, Evelyn, if you could jump right in, show us the broom. We're going to talk about the rubber broom first. This is a new product that we have. And I actually found out in my research that Norwex did have an old rubber broom years ago. I found a video about it. So Evelyn's obviously been with Norwex longer than me. I think you said 7 years you've been with Norwex, Evelyn?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm almost on my this December I will be with Norwex for 2 years. So she's definitely seen a bunch of products. So I know nothing about the old broom. So if you are watching this and you have been a Norwex lover for 10 years or whatever, you probably have heard of this old product. It obviously went away because I didn't know it was a thing. And we just came out with a new broom, which I'm assuming has obviously gained some advanced features from the previous one. So we want to talk about our new rubber broom, which I'm going to let Evelyn dive in on so she can show it to you. And we're also going to show you a quick video. And then we want to talk about it versus our traditional broom. So there's a really cool feature that our new broom has that you do not have with a traditional broom. And that has to do with keeping it actually clean and not spreading bacteria. So have you ever thought about like how dirty your broom might actually be? Who I always ask, like, who here cleans their broom? I'm not gonna lie, I never cleaned a broom before. That I just swept it, it got dirty, who knows what was on it, and I just would toss it out after a little while because I felt like it wasn't sweeping anymore. The bristles were all bent, nothing would go in the dustpan, probably it broke in half, who knows. At one point I had like 5 brooms in my closet because I just never was satisfied with what I had. And so I've been trying out the rubber broom since we have it. I'm actually in a remodeling phase in my home. So all of our floors have been ripped out and we're at the phase now where we just have plywood. Our new flooring hasn't gone in yet. So I haven't been able to fully experience the real like how it is on the floor. So I want Evelyn to be able to share it with you. So please, Evelyn, go ahead and share.
Okay, yeah. So a while ago, Norwex did come up with an idea of a rubber broom. Okay, and this was not it. It had a different handle, and what happened was we started realizing that the broom was actually not attaching to the handle very well, so it just kept coming off. It kept being broken off actually. So they took it out, they did a recall on it, and they said, okay, let's think about this, and let's really talk about these features here. All right, so here is the problem. The problem is, like Latara was saying, that brooms are disgusting. The bristles over time, they get overused, and they pick up a lot of stuff that we're brooming. I mean, obviously we're throwing it into the trash, right? So who knows what is getting stuck into the bristles of the bottom of the broom. So not only is it disgusting, but then over time you're going to have to replace it anyway. So the deal with this rubber broom, what they did is they made it so that it is attachable to our our typical mop system
No.
anyway, the mop handle. Okay, so that's the biggest thing. The bristles also have it's almost like the idea of the rubber brush, right? Where does this rubber brush have silver? Latara, do you know?
Sorry, someone was asking me a question for the kids.
Yeah.
So the regular brush does not have the silver, but the
Okay.
broom does.
Okay, so here's that was the thing with this. I was already bending down to use this as a broom replacement with my dusting pan. So when I would use my mop and I would sweep everything up with the dry pad, I was already taking this little rubber brush and using it in form of a broom because I didn't like that broom. Like it was just disgusting to me. But I felt like a broom, I could still use it outside because, I don't have to worry about all that junk coming inside my house. But inside, there was no way I wanted to use the broom. Okay, so this became the replacement. So when this came out, I don't have to necessarily bend down anymore. I can actually just use this, which is great. And now it has that silver, so it's going to keep the bristles clean over time. And the cool part about it is, if it does get dirty or nasty, you can just take it, rinse it up in the sink underneath the sink, and then as it dries, that silver is going to go to work and it's going to clean the bristles on this brush. So that is the amazing part itself. It also on this side has a squeegee. So this is nice if you have a liquid mess and you can contain the mess, but it's also nice for high top windows if you're used to using a squeegee form of cleaning your window. There's a multi-purpose here. Also, if you already have the mop system, you can use your mop handle, your original mop handle, because this just comes off. And then you can attach it. But if you want something that matches it, of course, you can get it as the system. So, mine does not match. I just happened to use another mop handle that I had extra anyway. And so that's what I ended up doing. But yeah, I don't want to have to attach and detach consistently because then I'm less apt to use it. There you go.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
actually
color.
have it here. So see how it's got the black and the
Hmm.
gray. So this is the new pole that they
Yeah.
came out with to go with the broom. But you
Hmm.
also can get this with the mop system as well. So you could
Hmm.
get the mop, which we'll talk about in a minute, and then you could just get just the broom attachment. So you only have one pole. Totally up
Hmm.
to you. So anyway, sorry, Evelyn. I realized I had it next to me, so I wanted to
Yeah,
show it.
no, that's perfect. So when we're talking about attainable, you want to think about, okay, how can I fit this into my budget, still solve my issue, my problem, but get it in? Yes, you can just get the attachment and use what you have, but you will find that over time, you're going to be less apt to use it if it's not already attached to your handle. That's just life because
Yes,
life gets
this
too
is such
crazy.
a good point. It's true because I thought to myself, like, oh, I'll just reattach it and detach it whenever I want. Same with like the Enviro wand. If I want it for up high, I am
Mhm.
way less likely to use it if it's not already set up for me. I agree.
Yeah, yeah. So, start small if you want. And then what you can do is you can always host a party, right? To get everything else. There's just other ways to get it. And that's just a plug because we want to be able to share with you that think outside the box. We can figure this out. We can make sure that you get your problem solved. You just need to figure out what works for you, what's your budget, how can we make it work?
Exactly. Evelyn's super right. And that's another reason why we're sharing this mini course with you because we want you to be able to, you're going to fall in love with all the things that we're talking about if you haven't already by now over this past week. And we want you to know that there are so many ways to be able to get these items at very achievable goals. So let us show you a quick video of the rubber broom in action. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so you can see everything, and I'm going to pull it up. So as you can tell that was just super easy, super quick. The broom was already attached to the pole to make it ready to go whenever you need it. Now, what I really like about this rubber broom is because of that static that it can create in the bristles. I have an entry mat in front of my door when you enter the home, and it's just a little entry mat. So I don't necessarily want to get the vacuum out for just a little rug. And so I love that I can just use, that's what I'm enjoying right now since I don't have my finished floors. I'm enjoying using the broom on those little rugs, and it I was quite impressed when I first tried it out how much dirt it was able to get out of the entry mat. And I have those waterlog mats that you get from like LL Bean, and I also have like the Norwex entry mats, and those are like pretty like sturdy thick mats and hold in a lot of stuff. And I was really impressed. It did a good job. I really liked it a lot. um so yeah, so I liked that a bunch. So let's talk about our next item, which is we're going to sneak the laundry detergent in here for a minute. And the reason why is because Evelyn and we love using our laundry detergent as an all-purpose cleaner. We just think it does a fantastic job. It totally like removes everything, like when you have anything sticky and whatnot, and you can use it safely and put it in like a bottle and go ahead and spray. So Evelyn, what is your favorite thing that you like using the laundry detergent on as an all-purpose cleaner?
Okay, from the very get-go, I had a hard time. I was a Lysol junkie, okay? That's what I would call myself. I would want to make sure that I was coming into my home and that my house literally smelled like Lysol. And my husband would come in and just say every day, no, no, it's not Lysol, it was Pine Sol. Pine Sol, that one. My husband would come in and just be like, wow, you must have cleaned something else today, you know, whatever it was. I was just Pine Sol and everything because I just loved the smell. And that's really what I liked it for, but it became like an all-purpose cleaner for me. And I still remember my folks coming in. I was transitioning to being a stay-at-home mom, and I just Pine Soled everything before they would come in, and they said, "Oh, I can tell you cleaned," and I was embarrassed. I was like, well, I clean all the time, you know, but I didn't just clean. So, but that was my thing. So actually, when Norwex came around into my life and I was introduced to this idea of taking the laundry detergent, mixing it with water, and making a multi-purpose cleaner, it resolved two things for me. One, I could use it everywhere. It was multi-purpose. It actually worked. It was a soap, so I felt like I was cleaning, you know. It helped me transition from a spray or a cleaner to I was still using some sort of cleaner, but it was great to use with our the Norwex EnviroCloth. So it was safe for the cloth. It was safe for my family, and the other thing was nobody knew that I had just cleaned. Like literally, I could clean 10 minutes before somebody arrived, and nobody would be like, oh, I could tell you just clean. I don't know why that bothered me so much, but it just, you know, it didn't have that strong smell necessarily that said you just clean the house. But I was still being effective at cleaning my house, and I could do it just real quick. So I like using it for everything. Vomit, puke cleanups, you know. Oh my gosh, you can use it in the bathroom for the sinks. You can use it around the toilet if you need to, on your countertops, anything sticky that it's hard to come out, and just pretty much anything. Just pair it with our EnviroCloth or a scrubby Enviro scrub, that we talked about the first day, or even your dish net cloth, whatever it might be. I keep it by my bathroom sink so that I'm not really cleaning my bathroom once a week. Sometimes it's just once a month, but throughout the day of the week, I just do a quick little. Also, I can keep it for my body cloths and give it a nice quick little in between wash throughout the week. Like, it just became so useful.
Oh, I am so glad, Evelyn, that you love the Ultra Power Plus cleaner as a multi-purpose cleaner. I love it. And it goes so good with the Enviro scrubs, or even the we were talking about the Sperry sponges earlier in the week. I love it. I actually use those sponges in my bathroom too. All right, so let's dive into the mops, an item that we really love. Evelyn and I got our mops for free. We probably have more than one mop. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely have multiple mops. We love them. Mopping has definitely changed in my life. I used to dread mopping. It was the worst thing ever. I've gone through so many. I never liked it. So for those of you that have the mop, go ahead and share in the chat below what your thoughts are of it. And for those of you that don't have the mop yet, don't worry, because we're going to show you how you can get it for free this month. But in the meantime, check this fun video out about the mop. It's going to give you a nice little breakdown, and let us know what you think.
With their current mop system, no one's really in love. Whether they're carrying around a bucket of dirty mop water, or using a disposable pad system, or even down on their hands and knees mopping Cinderella style, they all have the same complaints. Floors are too hard to clean, they never really look that good, and they're concerned about the products that they may be using around their families. Give me just a few minutes to help you fall in love with a whole new way of mopping. The Norwex Superior Mopping System comes with everything you'll need for clean, streak-free floors, and none of the complaints about your old system. It comes with a dry pad that replaces your broom, and a wet pad that replaces your traditional mop but uses just water. Everything else on our mop is designed intentionally as well. For example, our pole extends, which makes mopping accessible to any height and any ability level. When you're mopping, you'll just want to adjust the pole so that the ball comes to your nose. That way, the pressure is put on our lightweight but really heavy-duty mop pole instead of on your back. You'll use your dry pad to pick up the dry debris, like dust, dirt, hair, and crumbs. You'll notice that our mop pad is strategically made longer than the head of our mop. That's so as I'm mopping, I can flip the edge up and dust my baseboards as I go. When I'm done with my dry mopping pad, I get the debris off simply by scraping it with our rubber brush into the garbage, hang it up, and it's ready to use for next time. Speaking of this ball, it's designed to get scuff marks out of your linoleum floors. Just give them a little rub, and the scuff mark's gone. When I'm ready to mop, I simply dampen my wet mop pad just enough for those microfiber fingers to get ready to grab. And then it's going to do what all Norwex microfiber does. It's going to remove 99% of bacteria and grime off of the surface that I'm cleaning, but it's leaving my floors streak-free with no chemical product that's going to leave a residue or a buildup. That means no sticky, tacky feeling underfoot, and dust and dirt stay away longer because they're not attracted back to the chemical residue. If I'm mopping and I don't want to leave a wet mop pad on the floor, this little hook is made to hang. So I can leave my mop, I can go do what I need to do, and I can come back and it's ready to use again. I warned you that I might make you fall in love with the Norwex mop, and now you're probably thinking about that old system at home that you don't want to go back to. Sounds like the perfect time to host a party. With Norwex, every month is Mop Month. Because our host rewards are so generous, most hosts are able to earn their mop for free or heavily discounted just by hosting a party. You know your friends don't love the way that they're mopping at home either, so invite them over and let me show them the Norwex love. Better yet, our consultant starter kit comes with a mop of your own, so you can join me in the mission of sharing Norwex and creating safe havens and helping others to fall in love with their mop.
All right. So, what did you all think of that? Who is seriously like, I need the mop, I love it, or maybe I need a second one because I'm that obsessed with it? Whatever it may be, please go ahead and let us know. There are many, many, many ways to get the mop, and don't worry, we will be sure to share that with you. So, that is all for today. We have appreciated you so much. Any questions that you may have asked, don't worry, we will go back and answer them. And make sure to take a peek tomorrow at the ways on how you can get the mop for free. I hope you've enjoyed this mini series, and we will be sure to make sure to maybe we'll have a little bonus feature at the end. So enjoy. Thank you so much for everything. And if you have any questions, be sure to reach out to us because we'd love to help. All right. Bye-bye.